Thrive Talks. And today's episode is with Sandhya Shivakumar, and it's about the emotional cost of constant connectivity. Sandhya, we spoke quite a bit about screen time and digital and parenting and all kinds of things. And my first question to you at this episode would be: are children losing emotional awareness because of devices?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure everyone would agree with that as well. It's just that, when the gadgets were not really consuming our lives, we were more with ourselves, like we were spending a lot more time.
Yeah.
And it was like you will see research papers which talk about how most commonly when parents don't know what to do with the child feeling so much, they just hand over
The device,
a
yeah.
So that's where the problem starts.
Correct.
So the device as such is not a problem, but the fact that there is an association that's building.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that because, let's say, they're crying and the parent gives them a tab or a device, and they end up thinking, this is how I need to deal with my emotions. Basically, that's how children learn that.
That's one of the associations.
Yeah, that's one thing. And hence, I've also seen a lot of adults suppress emotions by A, eating, B, alcohol, devices, all of that as well. So, do you think it starts here?
Absolutely. When you think about it, how this will, you can be projecting this in adulthood is, imagine, you're in a relationship, you've had a bad argument, fight, whatever, right? Now, are you going to take some time off to reflect on what has happened? What conversation did you have? Could your partner be right? Or can you be there for them? What did you say? Will you spend your time like that, or will you just scroll and look at other things on Instagram, or probably stalk a friend and say, or go back to your somebody else from the past and say, I'm having a hard time. So there also that distraction element comes into play, and then you don't see the motivation or purpose of working on your relationship. It's much harder rather.
Absolutely.
So there you're not in tune with yourself. It's pretty much the same or even worse for kids, because something as basic as emotion identification.
Yeah, they don't know. They are not aware.
That takes a hit.
But I also think, parents don't like their children being upset. A lot of parents come with their children and they say, ஐயோ எனக்கு என்ன பண்ணணும்னு தெரியல I don't know what to do, my child is upset and I don't like her being upset and things like that. But I know you were speaking about we have to be okay with them,
the tolerance, distress tolerance, frustration tolerance, all of that. So it's kind of like, how do I say it, the message that's communicated is, okay, you're having big emotions, they're scary, and turns out it's just as scary for me.
As an adult.
So your child is learning that, oh, my mother or father is as scared of what I feel as I am. And Kandipa, if you're going to send out that message, so in the madri if I'm feeling abdina adu enakku bayama irukna adu vech I shouldn't be feeling this, that will be your next
adukapra adu suppress la panna try பண்ணுவாங்க. I think இந்த மாதிரி it happens a lot in sport as well, where let's say a child has lost a match. First of all, the parents don't like them feeling bad after losing a match, which is honestly, feeling bad after losing a match or not doing well is quite normal. It's quite common.
Natural,
so there are two things that happen there. Either parents want them to perform well, which means there's a lot of pressure. Again, because of that pressure, they end up looking at the screens too often, or there's an disconnection with phone and everything, which also is quite unhealthy. Or on the other side, oh, you can't feel bad, just take the phone and do what you have to do. Use other things
feel better,
just feel better, and I understand the intent there of parents, where I understand that they want their kids to feel better, but I don't know if it's helping. How do you think parents can actually help them process this emotion? Let's say with phone or without phone, maybe there's a way we could do it with the with screens, but what do you think they can do?
See, the early years are very important, no matter what you expose them to, like whether it's a sport or whether it's at school. Let's say they didn't qualify for something that they were supposed to,
Yeah.
didn't get a leadership post, didn't crack an exam well, whatever it is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It is about staying in that moment and allowing space. Like, you don't have to judge that I'm having this emotion and then that emotion is good, bad, because ultimately all that is
Yeah,
conditioning.
yeah.
So you treat sorrow like you treat happiness.
Happiness.
You know, you treat,
Basically just acknowledge all
yeah,
emotions. Yeah.
acknowledge, make space, and let go.
Yeah.
That's the key to, processing emotions. And when it comes to sports especially, the fact that you feel bad, staying in that space is going to help you eventually come up with whatever meaning you're going to make out of it. Like,
Correct.
let's say, maybe, I should have paid more attention in this part of my game.
I should have worked on my technique, something, yeah.
Something. You will come up with something. So the parents' job is actually not to push them and like jump the gun from experience to the solution. So instead, just, you be okay. That, okay, I trust that you will feel better. You will be okay.
Yeah.
You know how to take care of yourself. And when you use those words like, I know, I trust that you'll do the right thing, or I trust that next time you will know better, something like that, you're implying your confidence.
Yeah, and they also become
Yeah.
empowered in a way, right?
Absolutely. Then they
Yeah.
can come up with their own explanations.
Makes sense.
So allow room for that, because that's also social problem solving
Correct,
and
correct.
emotional
Yeah.
problem solving.
Yeah.
And if you jump to come up with your own reasoning
Yeah.
as to this is why that happened, that whatever reason you give them, then it'll make it like self blame. If that's what you're indicating.
Correct, correct,
Or
correct,
it'll
correct.
be like,
and then there's a loop of guilt and everything. Yeah.
Or it'll be like, I'm too good, but others just don't. That person doesn't like me. This umpire
Correct.
doesn't like me. Or this
Correct.
coach is feeling this way
Yeah,
about me.
bias towards me. Yeah.
You will put it on the other person.
Correct.
So allow the kid to come up with their own explanation.
Yeah.
And if you feel that's different, be more diplomatic and try to give them space to accommodate that whatever they're
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yes.